I just went blank there. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the live show. This is your opportunity to talk about the game heading into the second ODI against England. We will be playing on Friday, of course. So we're bringing you the preview 2 days earlier, of course, so that you guys can have some time to share it and people have time to obviously stream it and watch it. Um, Otherwise, one day I don't like to do a preview show one day before the time normally. So it's nice that I'm getting a 2 day before the time type of stream. But this show is going to be a little bit a blend of everything because there is some news. There are some news stories that I need to get through as well. Some things that came out today that is on cricketfanaticsmag.com as well, that I want to share with you guys too. But before we get going, you know what I always ask you to do is please smash that like button. Get involved with the like button. The like button is so important, guys. If you're watching the video, please smash the like button because that's how we get trending on YouTube and our videos get shared more into more people's feeds, etc. It's the only way we get a lot of traction on YouTube. YouTube shows us a lot of love if you guys show us a lot of love. So please do that and also share with your friends and family. But also get involved with the Cricket Fanatics magazine monthly. Every issue is 100% free. Try to your inbox every month. Link is on the screen as well as in the description. And also you can become a patron today. This is our mission to try and promote South African cricket and grow South African cricket. This is our way of doing so by you guys becoming patrons of Cricket Fanatics Mag. Inherently, you will be also helping South African cricket grow. So please get involved with the Patreon account. Also get involved with cricketfanaticsmag.com. Any articles that I'll share on StreamYard talking about news, etc., majority of the time it will come from cricketfanaticsmag.com, unless I'm talking about a specific article written by a specific journalist that I want to talk about. So without further ado, guys, let's get straight into today's video. It's a lot to talk about, particularly, obviously, the second ODI. South Africa obviously going to try to win the series, seal the series beforehand. I'm hoping that they do so that we can see some youngsters in the last one. So maybe some new faces. But let's get into today's video. Excited to talk. A very good evening and welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your daily show and your preview show in one. I'm your host, Khalid. This is the show where we talk about all things South Africa versus England, but as well as news updates, things that have happened recently in the news with regards to cricket. I'm going to start off with the news before I get into the preview. Normally, guys start to stream in a little bit later, so it would be nice to keep the preview for a little bit later. And let's get into the news stuff first and foremost. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to share an article with you and read it to you guys while I am here with it and opening it up for you guys as well so that you guys can see. Yeah, so there's a heavy influence, of course, in the South Africa's T20 league, and the owners have been confirmed. I know we spoke about it earlier this week a little bit, but this is a little bit more in detail and directly from Cricket South Africa. So everything obviously in here you can obviously trust. So the 6 franchise owners for South Africa's T20 league have been confirmed following a rigorous process over the past few months. The open bid process managed by, I don't even know how to pronounce this, guys, Deliote Corporate Finance attracted over 29 entities who expressed interest in owning a franchise worldwide. Crazy. Over 10 venues were made available for interested bidders to own a franchise, and all 10 of them received expressions of interest. That's amazing, guys. That's a very good, positive start. So the 6 successful bidders will be part of the significant chapter of South African cricket. For Newlands cricket, we've got the Mumbai Indians. Woo! Yeah, baby. I'm happy about that one, guys. Cape Town getting a franchise that I actually like a lot. So I'm happy about that one. Kingsmead Durban, RPSG Sports Private Limited owners, Lucknow Super Giants. St. George's Park, Kabeja, formerly Port Elizabeth, Sun TV Network Limited, owners are Sunrisers Hyderabad. So if you want to have a good time in Port Elizabeth, I like that too because I like Port Elizabeth a lot. I like going there and chilling there. It's one of my actually one of my favorite cities other than Cape Town, to be honest. And even though that it's a smaller city and maybe some people call it the bite-sized Cape Town, it kind of does hold a close place in my heart. I mean, I've spent a lot of sports tours there as a kid and spent a lot of time in Port Elizabeth over the years. So I've done also some amazing tours, had amazing experiences doing cricket tours there too. I met amazing people there that are friends now with me for life. So really love Kabeja, one of my favorite cities. And then we've got the Wanderers, Johannesburg, Chennai Super Kings. I'm happy they didn't get my other team, which is the next Boland Park getting Rajasthan Royals, which is unfortunate. I'm not a big fan of Rajasthan Royals, but I will go to Boland Park to obviously try and support every single game as possible because it is about a 45-minute drive away. So I try to support Boland as well as Western Cape Cape Town as much as I can. And then you got Super Sport Park, which got the Daily Capitals, JSW Sports, co-owners of Delhi Capitals. All six successful bidders have extensive experience in operating franchises across multiple sports and deep cricketing expertise through their ownership in the world's leading T20 tournament, the Indian Premier League. So we already know this is a mini Premier League, guys. It's pretty clear to us all to see that. Um, uh, Commenting on the selection process, the commissioner for the new league, Graham Smith, which we all predicted is going to probably happen, I said that I suggested that actually when they started opening up, I said, why don't they go for Graham Smith to lead this tournament? This is the perfect role for him. He's good with the connections, being the face of things. That's what Graham Smith is really good at. He's good at negotiating, good at attracting top names. He has a very good reputation. Perfect for this. Perfect for this role. I think this is an excellent role for him, and it could be actually a long standing role for him, I think, in the future. I hope he stays because he does seem to get a little bit bored. You know, he goes to commentary and then he leaves, and he goes into the directors cricket, then he leaves, and he does more commentating. So he has options. But this is a perfect move, I think, for Graham. I think it suits him perfectly. Either this or a technical director over the Cricket South Africa, I've said before. This is what Graham had to say. We are thrilled to welcome our new franchise owners for the South African League taking place in January and February 2023. This is truly an exciting time for South African cricket. The overwhelming interest shows that the country remains valued in the global cricketing ecosystem. January, February 2023. So I'm probably most likely going to be working on my birthday again, which I've been doing basically all the time because of the normally that period. February is my birthday, of course, but February is normally a time when we obviously do a lot of cricket in that period. So I don't mind it. Normally I have a match after my birthday or before. Sometimes majority of the time it's after. Never, it has hardly ever been on it. But I like it because I'm doing what I love, of course. This is truly exciting for South African cricket, and overwhelming interest shows that the country remains valued in the global cricketing ecosystem. A robust bidding process was followed to select the final six owners. The decision was informed by a scorecard based on various criteria to ensure the utmost professionalism, independence, and subjectivity to the process. I would like to thank Deliotti as our advertisers for going doing a thoroughly professional job in helping South African cricket find partners who add substantial value to our game. The strong, the strong sports background of the respective owners and the global brands they manage ensures that South African cricket and the broader industry will benefit from their expertise and resources as they bring stability and expertise to the league. You know what I'm surprised about here actually is that there's no mm, there's no Kings 11 Punjab. I'm surprised that Kings 11 didn't get involved in this, or maybe they didn't win the bid, or whatever the case may be, because the last time they were interested, um, and they seem to be interested in many leagues around the world. So I'm a bit that is a bit of a downer because I was hoping to see Pritizinta. Now I'm just kidding. Fans will have, or not, fans will have the opportunity to watch world class cricketers, catch a glimpse of the next generation, and experience the action firsthand when the festival takes off early next year. The festival, interesting. We have already contacted a number of leading international players who will be announced shortly. Ooh, I'm excited for that. Combined with our strong African player base, fans and stakeholders can be assured the new league will be showcased exciting talent and skill. Smith continued. So that's an interesting one. I really enjoy those comments. We obviously know that it's going to be a massive tournament. Very important to South African cricket. We've shown the importance to ourselves. We've shown it. I've got a couple of comments over here that you guys are asking me about this league. Oh, how did actually at the beginning of the show saying Khalid bro discuss about CSA T20 league? I am excited for it. It's going to be, guys, it's going to be a big thing for us as Cricket Fanatics magazine. I hope that we get the same access that we got when we did the MSL. I mean, we dominated the MSL tournament. I'm not trying to brag or anything over here, but with regards to content for the MSL, if you guys go to our MSL content on this channel, you will see how we dominated the MSL. We got exclusives from almost every single big name that there was. AB de Villiers, Gale, David Malan, Livingston, Moeen Ali, the likes of who else did we get? I got David Miller, I got Imran Tahir. We did exclusives with a load of guys. Go check them out to get some sort of idea of what type of content we want to try to create for this new tournament. And I hope I get access the same way because I'm gonna work damn hard during that tournament and try to bring out the best content that we can for you guys. I'm gonna also try and get myself to other games in other parts of the country too. That would be awesome if we can travel as well, not only cover Poland and Cape Town. I would like to go out and obviously go to their home grounds, the other home grounds as well, in Johannesburg and other parts. This is a very good top six. Okay, wait, before we get into the previous stuff, I just want to see if there's anything else. Khalid, does this mean that the MSL is history now? I think, yes, this is the new tournament that will probably place the MSL. We also have, obviously, a knockout T20 tournament, which they're going to put emphasis on for us. So I'm not so worried about losing out on the MSL because we've got a T20 knockout tournament that really gives our youngsters an opportunity, which is awesome. ABD also have good endorsements on the T20 league. Will he maybe playing it? I mean, he is retired from cricket, so I don't know if they're gonna call him back to play. Would love to see him be involved somewhere, but I don't think he will play necessarily. We'll have to wait and see. It's time for the new guys, the new ABDs, and the new guys to step up. I think. Also saying you would love it if ABD has to come in. Okay, guys, smash the like button, please. Get involved with the live with the like button. Let's get into the preview. Okay, so South Africa, as we know, will be playing their next ODI to try and seal the series. Of course, they are playing in Manchester, Old Trafford. And Lawrence and some of the guys on the channel will know I'm very jealous because it would have been like the dream to be there with them at Old Trafford, with the players, talking to them, getting exclusives outside Old Trafford. I would have been like, oh my God. I don't know, it's different stadiums. Emirates Old Trafford is different to the Old Trafford where they play football, of course, and it's a little bit further apart. So I've heard from the stories of my friends that actually went to England before. So that's a dream of mine, guys, to go and cover a tour in England, of course, in the future. Maybe the next one we'll be able to go to that. Let's see what happens with that. But it will be a 1 o'clock start again, the 2 o'clock for us, guys, in South Africa. Excited to see what happens. We will be hearing from Anrik Nokia tomorrow. So that's important to know. So we'll get some insight into him, and I hope people ask him about his rhythm and how he feels as his rhythm is going, etc. I should have just bloody messaged him myself and asked him off air, actually. I haven't spoken to any of them for a very long time, and I should actually try and catch up with all of them. But let's see. I made the headline top 6 sorted because for me personally, when it comes to this team, I would like to see the same team go in, get some momentum going. We know that might be one force changed. The latest update from Andile Peklekwaya as 6:15, actually an hour ago, The Proteas medical staff is continuing to monitor Andile Peklikwayo, and he will provide an update in due course. So they are still monitoring him to see if he's ready for the match. So we're not 100% sure whether we're going to see Andile again. But if that's the case, who would you guys want to see replace Andile? Is it Dwayne Pretorius? Or do you guys have some concerns over Dwayne Pretorius in the one day arena? I do. I have some concerns over Dwayne Pretorius in the one day arena. I would have hoped that it would be more emphasis on his batting personally, because I think that um, I think he's a lot better as a batter than what some may seem, or how it may seem. I don't think necessarily every single time he's put in a performance with the bat for South Africa, but that seven position is very, 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 very important, and it could either be going to someone like an extra batter, or go, because you have the extra bowling option in Aiden Markram over there. It could go to an extra batter, maybe, but then you have to rely on Aiden to give you a complete 10 overs every single time, which I don't think is a smart idea. Or it could go to someone like Marco Janssen is another option for the left arm option. I back him much more with a bat than some may. I don't think we've yet to see the best of Marco Janssen with a bat for South Africa yet. I think he's a caged animal waiting to come out. And I'm hoping that he can show what he's capable of with the bat. He hits the ball bloody hard. He almost took my head off with Durban Heat when I was at the Nets at the MSL. He hit that ball bloody hard. And I could hear the sound whiz past my head. So like it was a very good shot, and he was hitting the ball quite powerfully in the nets and in that training session. And I've seen him in the nets plenty of times. I've seen him play for under 19 cricket and see him really whack the ball. So I do back him more than some may. But maybe number 7 is a little bit too high. Some people might say 8 is more better suited for him. So that's going to be a little bit of issues who they're going to bring into the team. It will most likely be Dwayne Pretorius, or they'll bring an extra bowler in. Seeing that our top 6 looks quite sorted. I mean, it's unfortunate that Wayne Pernell's not in the team. I would have liked to see him in the team because he was in the Netherlands tour, and I thought that was maybe the way they were looking towards, because otherwise, why give him opportunities? It's only for T20 cricket now. I thought that they would also look at ODI cricket with him. Left arm option also can open the batting too if he needed, really needed, if it's a desperate move. So it was a bit strange for me. But let's look at some of your comments over here. Right, let me start here. This has been a very good top 6. Quentin de Kock was hard. Malan. Oops. I'm reading, but it's not. Come on. Just got this mouse recently. Malan and Rassie can bat through the innings. Markham can play how the game dictates. Malan Klaasen is your 2 who goes hard at the back end. Very, very balanced top 6, I think. Your replacement can then be someone like this, Temba Papuma for Rassie, or Malan Stubbs for Klaasen, or Muller and Cal for Quentin de Kock. Like for like replacements, one change can't derail everything. I agree with you. Yeah, it's balanced. Sorry. One. I think the stream is lagging a bit as well, guys. I'm sorry about that. I've read that one out already. Was there a reason of selecting 6 teams? Could it not have been 8 teams with cities like Bloemfontein and Kimberley coming in as well? I believe 10 cities were there in line. I mean, I'm happy with it being 6 for now to start off with. I think 8 is a hell of a lot to run in your first inaugural tournament. I know they were considering adding 2 extra teams with the MSL as well initially. But personally, I think 6 is fine for now, just to get this tournament off and running and to make some profit list. And then try to push for a bigger tournament moving forward. And yes, it will give enough time to Bloemfontein and Kimberley as well to improve their facilities, improve their stadium, make things a little bit more intriguing for the fans to go there, etc., and try to turn those stadiums into future franchises. It would help a lot to the system and to the cricket system, and it will strengthen our unions, of course, which is very, very important. So I'm happy with the 6 for now. I think we can move maybe to 8 in the future. We've read that out already. Excited about our new league. The political parties must just stay away, please, as CSA will make a ridiculous amount of money. Won't be surprised if the Minister of Sport come out of hibernation. I think that this is going to be the one tournament that is not going to have all those quotas and those type of things and political interference with regards to that. I think they're going to allow them just to have a tournament like the 3T tournament as well. That is allowed it to be free. There was no quotas involved, and I think the same thing will happen over here. We're going to see the all talent on merit, like you guys have always wanted, and we have a tournament at least that can promote that. And then that will also be a booster for the next generation of talents coming through, and also a booster for those fringe players that want to make a name for themselves for the Proteas setup. So I think, yeah, this tournament is going to be perfect for that. I'm excited about it. Really, I am. Harley, the partnership with SuperSport of this league, how does it differ from the previous MSL, the SuperSport partnership? Okay, so let me explain to you something. Okay, SuperSport in South Africa is the company when it comes to you could say satellite TV. It's like the place where you want to go to if you want to watch sport and you want to have endless movies. They show a lot of series. They have a lot of connections with American companies as well. They also have WWE connections over there and a license with WWE to show WWE live. SuperSport is the conglomerate in this country when it comes to TV and entertainment, when it comes to that type of entertainment. So when it comes to sport, they own the rights to all cricket in South Africa, which makes it a little bit harder for other broadcasters that are trying to come into the game. Now, before it used to be SABC and it used to be Mnet and DSTV, etc. They used to be kind of, I wouldn't put them as competitors because SABC was more to a free market, to the general public, and it was free TV. So obviously everybody could get an opportunity. If you have a TV and a TV license and a aerial, you could watch SABC free 1, 2, and 3 on your TV, and ETV on your TV for free. That's also what on DSTV code as well. Yes, it comes with a package. But what DSTV has done is they've been very smart with the way they've done their SuperSport aspect of DSTV. You have to get the full packet or the full bouquet or the full package with DSTV for you to be able to watch cricket in South Africa, because SABC doesn't hold rights anymore with regards to cricket. We know that SABC has been in big trouble, and what the MSL did, which I actually approved, is getting the MSL on SABC as their broadcaster instead of SuperSport. Now, what happened initially with the Global T20 League, which some of you guys might not know a lot about, the Global T20 League initially, SuperSport made a bid for the Global T20 League to be the main solitary broadcaster for the T20 League. And then what happened was Harun Logat, and I don't know, I need to speak to Harun to get the exact details, but this is just from news reports, etc., went to an independent broadcaster to show the Global T20 League instead of going to SuperSport, because from a money perspective, deal perspective, it would have been a much better financially for South Africa to get an independent broadcaster for it rather than SuperSport. But I don't think they expected SuperSport to then say, no, well, then we are not broadcasting any of the games if we don't have some sort of deal with you guys as well. So SuperSport pulled out, and none of the games were shown on SuperSport. So the first MSL as well, what happened was they took SABC as a broadcaster, and there was a 50-50 deal between CSA and SABC, which is broadcasted to the rest of our country. So everybody can then watch cricket, which I loved because you're putting it to the masses. Remember that DSTV is quite expensive for South Africans. You pay about 1,000 rand a month. And a lot of people won't be able to actually afford those packages. And the only way you can watch all sport, and especially cricket and rugby, is to have a DSTV account. And of course, you have Supersport. That's the only way you can actually stream or watch cricket in South Africa at the moment. So unfortunately, they own the market, but only a small portion of South Africa, probably about 5%, have DSTV in their households. Might be less than that actually. And um, so it means that only a small population get to watch cricket. So a lot of people actually rely on us to give them feedback and read our reports, etc., to find out, or go into ESPN Cricket Info to watch, or watch highlights, because they don't really have access to the games, and it makes it difficult for us to obviously promote cricket in South Africa. So I liked the whole SABC thing. The only unfortunate thing was that SABC was bankrupt and going bankrupt and losing a lot of people, and it was chaotic there, and I think it still is chaotic. Um, I mean, SABC used to be a part of all cricket tours, even overseas ones. They used to be involved. Used to hear it on the radio, all of those type of things. It's not the same anymore, guys. Supersport owns cricket in South Africa currently. So the only great thing about this is, from a worldwide perspective, monetary value perspective, at least with India involved and the IPL owners involved, at least we get streaming. So there will be streaming platforms that will broadcast this to probably to the world. I hope that there's a package that is created, and I hope that Supersport is not going to be greedy about this, and there's a package created that can allow streaming to the rest of the public, um, and allow us to be able to watch this game. Find a way to make more people watch this tournament, because it only works if we can promote it to South Africans. I mean, if our own people in this country are not supporting it, not watching it, not going to the stadiums, not invested in it, it's basically just a monetary thing and a second income for IPL, like the IPL people. Like, it's generally, then it's not going to benefit South African cricket. So I hope that they find a way on how they can broadcast it. We are going to be not broadcasting the games, of course, but we're going to be doing interviews, as many interviews as we can, if we're allowed to. Interviews as we can, reports and coverage and all of those type of things we're going to be doing. So at least we'll look after you guys as South African fans, to give you insight into the games. But to watch the games, Supersport, unfortunately, they're expensive, and that's the only way. And that's the only downfall I feel for me, because we can't show these games to the general public, to his mass media, to the mass market, who don't actually have DSTV. Timber, will Aiden go? Then top six is settled. We have a solid top six, no weakling at all. Muller and Klaassen is gone, and we'll have to wait and see with regards to Aiden Markram. Of course, I think that I would like to see a lot more consistency from him, to do it more often, of course, and then maybe then I can start saying that he definitely solidified his spot in the ODI team. He had an excellent opening game against England. He looked amazing, bat and ball. So I'm happy about that. Even though he went for a couple of seconds, he got 2 wickets. So he's doing his role, hoping that he can consistently do that, and continuously put on performances like he did. I will support Port Elizabeth team because Aiden captain of the team, because it is team of Sunrisers Hyderabad. No transformation targets in the new T20 league. The Indian owners will never allow any quota system in the squads. Now we will see players in SA getting selected on merit. Why do they drop Parnell from the ODI squad? He did well against Bangladesh, and he's probably our best all-round bowling option. And I spoke about this a little bit earlier, guys, and I agree with you, and I've read that out. Parnell is not destructive with a bat in international cricket. Back end, agreed. Parnell should be part of our ODI setup. For me, he's our best all-rounder in ODIs. Let me just get to this one. You might be onto something a little bit over here. Although I did see him be destructive at the back end in the T20 competitions domestically. He showed what he's capable of. I think he's got an 80 in the T20 knockout competition. I mean, he was excellent in that tournament with the bat, more than the ball, actually. So I mean, I haven't necessarily got an opportunity to fully see him do it for South Africa consistently. And he's learned a lot since the last time he played for South Africa. I'm talking about before he actually made his resurgence or his return back to South Africa. Before that, um, I think he's improved a hell of a lot. Stints in England, all of those type of things have helped him with his batting and taught him some extra things. And he's learned a lot more, I think, to his technique and to his game to improve his batting. So I think he's become a bigger asset with the bat. Actually, he was a massive asset for the with the bat for the Cobras and the Western Province Blitz this season. So he's improved a lot with the bat, and I would like to see that be given an opportunity. And I hope they do that in the T20s at least. Vian Mulder should be in the ODI squad as well as Test. At the moment, he's not been in the best of form. I know he's doing things in the county cricket arena, but I don't really rate the county cricket scene as highly as some of you do. Sorry, guys. I enjoyed today's Mulder's 100. Yes, Jatin. Um, I'm not going to talk about the politicians again. It will help CSA to find players on the merit of performance. Yeah, we do, though. There are a lot of players that do get selected on merit of performance. There aren't many in this current squad that are there not on merit. And I could even argue for Kyle Zondo too. And I know you guys might not be fans of Kyle Zondo, but the man has done the hard yards in domestic cricket for many, many, many years. I might not have gone with him, me personally, but I do understand their thought process, and we can't deny the facts. The man has been playing domestic cricket for a very, very long time. He's been putting up the numbers in domestic cricket. Maybe not consistently enough. He scores massive scores that actually inflate his runs and his average, etc. That's why you need to go a lot deeper into the stats and actually go do the eye test and go watch the player play. I've seen some excellent innings from Kyle Zondo at Newlands when I watched the Dolphins play Western Province. I've seen a lot of good performances from him, so he does have it within him. But to me personally, I would have maybe gone with another player. So maybe you can look at him. Andile put on and a lot of people will talk about Andile maybe not being there on merit. What Andile has been showing domestically with the bat and then now doing it in the warm up too showed signs of it. I mean, there aren't too many, I would say, consistent all-rounders in our country that have consistently put up the numbers every single season. And I'm talking about being outright the best in their positions. There's been a lot of guys that are kind of on a similar train, on a similar level that that could possibly get promotions. But I haven't seen someone that's jump out from the rest and say, "Look, here, I'm the number one all-rounder in this country." So you guys might disagree with me, but yeah, from what I've seen. Can Sean Pollock come out of retirement and play at number 7? The guy could have easily played at number 4 in any team during his time. Was quite underrated as a batter for me. Yes, he was. But this money they get should be invested into grassroots 100%. I hope that that's what's going to happen and they don't blast this money and use it on other crap. I hope that they invested back into South African cricket like they said they would. So I'm going to hold them to it as a fan. Hi Khalid, do you have any Indian ancestry? Very far, yes. My father's side, his great grandfather was from India, and then moved out to South Africa, and they all actually married non-Indian people, and yeah, so I'm a very mixed person. So yeah, I do have some Indian ancestry from my grandfather and my father's side, but very far back. That's why I don't understand. I'm still learning about the culture. I had a teacher giving me lessons about the culture and about India and his parents and I met his parents and his auntie as well. They were giving me some insight into what it's like in India and the differences between South Africa. So I'm learning about the culture, and having a teacher as one of my best friends is obviously going to help. But he'll be able to give me some insight into those type of things too. County bowling standard are not the greatest compared to the past. It's true. And that's why you've seen such massive scores. And also the pitches are flat, guys. I mean, look at the pitch that we played on in the last game. And I know that that's not anything to maybe compare it to exactly, but it is some sort. I mean, pitches aren't as great or as lively as people make it out to be. There's been a lot of flat pitches in the county scene as well. It's also been the hottest summers like in the history of England. So you can also tell that the pitches are going to be a lot drier. Who will sacrifice the place for Bavuma? Guys, we had a whole episode yesterday almost about this, talking about this. and I don't know the answer to this. Um, I don't think anybody deserves to be sacrificed right now in the top six. If Aiden can't get the consistency that we're hoping for, then maybe Aiden. But then there's arguments too that Calvareno should be in ahead of Timber Bavuma in Aiden's place. So I'm not sure, guys, what's going to happen with Timber. I wonder if that question can be asked in the presser. In the presser when Boucher is back in the presser. Probably get another diplomatic answer though. CSI will make huge viewership revenue as it will be a perfect audience time slot back in India, similar. Yeah, but it will be to Indian people. Do you understand what I mean? So I don't know if South Africans are going to have access to that streaming, which is a problem for me. I mean, we are not in India, we're in South Africa. And if we want to improve South African cricket, we need to give back to South African cricket. And first and foremost, if we want to grow a fan base, we need more South Africans watching the bloody thing. How can you have a South African T20 tournament and no South Africans are watching it? That's going to be a big thing that they need to decide what they're going to do there. Because it's pointless if only Indian fans are watching our league. It's pointless. And a small percentage of South Africans, maybe a 0.2 2% of the 2% of South Africans watching it. So I hope that there will be access for South Africans to also be a part of those streaming services too. I hope that is the case. It would be an awesome opportunity for those people like Hotstar and all of those people to market to a market like South Africa, to the market that can't afford to pay R1,000 a month for DSTV, because even the cheaper packages of DSTV, they don't play cricket on those packages. There's no rugby on those packages. There's only one or two football channels on that, so you can't even watch all your Premier League games that you want to watch. And support the team that you support. Only some games get played on SuperSport 3 and SuperSport 4, I think it is. I think they've changed it around as well. Also, the Grand One channel, whatever it's called, Grand Slam 1, you can't watch it. So if you have the DSTV compact and other small packages, and there's no sports packages just for sport, because DSTV knows that if they bring out a sports package, everybody's going to cancel the DSTV accounts and get the sports package alone. So they've kind of caught you that way because they've added it to their main bundle so that you buy the full package to watch the sport. So majority of South Africans, they'll buy the full package, not watch any of the channels and only watch the sports channels. And that's unfortunately how it is at the moment. Stuart Judge saying, Khalid, what did you think of the bowling in the power play yesterday? It can be better. I want to consistently say that. I mean, we kept them at bay. I mean, but I don't think it was only our bowling. I think it was mainly also the pitch as well. We threw a lot of slower balls. We bowled well to the conditions, I think. But we can improve that. We can improve that a lot. I think we can improve our bowling in the power play a lot more and get a lot more ruthless in that period, and also take more wickets. I want to see us strike in the power play, because that puts pressure immediately on teams like England that want to come out and attack. So we need to find ways of getting wickets and not allowing the game to not allowing partnerships to actually develop. We need to try and find a way to do that. And that's why, never mind. I'm going to talk about that. But yeah, I was okay with it, but I want to see a little bit more from the Proteas when it comes to their bowling attack. I think they're finding their rhythm as a unit again with the inclusion back of André back into the system, Lungingini back into the team again. So they are obviously formulating different partnerships again, once again on the field. We've got two spinners. I don't know if we're going to continue with the two spinner mentality, but two spinners seemed to work yesterday. Keshav was an excellent captain. I have to give him props for that, for the way he played as well. So yeah, a lot of positives coming out of the ODI camp. Currently, unfortunately, it's not for Super League points. I mean, to be suggesting to replace the cock with Timber is like replacing Ferrari with an AMC pacer. Whoever suggested this, I don't know who said that. No. So yesterday we were talking about deserves a relegation. Yesterday we were talking about if you're talking about form and form determines who gets selected, then you can't drop Klaassen, Aiden, Rassi, or Janneman in ODIs, or David, because they are the most informed batters that we have in white ball cricket currently in the ODI arena. Quinton de Kock is kind of out of form, so he's the one that's out of form. So if they're going to drop anybody and they're gonna use form as a priority when they're picking a player to be replaced, then it's not a like for like replacement, but it's a replacement with regards to an open. Temba could open and he could come into the team, and Quinton has to fall out. Then that's if you think that is a possible option. I mean, it's hard for me to come to that conclusion because you don't know what you're going to get with Quinny, and Quinny is an X Factor player, so you never know what you will get with him. So that we just did it for the sake of the discussion because it is a honest discussion that should be had, whether Quinton de Kock is droppable or not, because he's been in and out of form a lot. And I know his average is really good since 2020, but if you look at these scores, go through the list, you'll see it in clusters. There'll be like a couple of 50s in a row and then blank, and then a couple of 50s and then blank. So I would like to see a little bit more consistency. I would rather like Quinton to score 30 to 40 every single game than score 250s in a row and then score nothing for the next 5 games. So listen carefully what I said there. I would rather want to see Quinton score 30s or 40s quickly every single game than see him score 250s and then go out for the next 5 games for no score at all. Because that affects us so much when Quinton de Kock loses his wicket. It puts pressure on Yanaman, it puts pressure on Rassi, and Rassi can't always do what he's doing all the time. There's going to be times when Rassi's going to be off. You can't expect him to score every single. You can't expect him to have an average of 100. Like, I mean, his average is already flipping high. So, like, what more can you expect from us? He's already going above and beyond for South Africa. So there are going to be games that he's going to fall off, and that's when you're going to need your openers to lay a great foundation, so that if Rassi does lose his wicket when he comes in, the platform set for whoever comes in, whether it's Rassi, whether it's Aiden, whether it's Heinrich, whether it's David. That's what you want every single game. And I know that's ideal, but it's not. It's the ideal situation, but it's not necessarily a realistic situation. But I would like more consistency from Quinton de Kock. I don't think that's a harsh request. I hope this new league helps financially underprivileged cricketers. Me too. I really do. Khalid, why would you want to back Bavuma? Because we did it well without him. No. It's just that I'm thinking of reality. Bavuma's still the captain, and in reality, when he's fit, they're probably going to bring him back into the team. We have to be realistic about it from Boucher's perspective. That's what it seems like from their perspective. When they're asked about the injury, that was one of the first questions asked, and Boucher announced when Temba's fit, he comes back. But maybe things have changed, seeing that this team is starting to find some form. It will be crazy to disrupt that and cause issues that don't have to be there. If this team is solid and performing and in form and doing all of those things and are in a purple patch, then go for it. I want to see them give those guys an opportunity to play a couple of games in a row and build relationships and build partnerships. It's very important for the way we want to play cricket. What happened to Malcolm Murray? Malcolm Murray was playing second division cricket. You guys can go look at his stats and go pull it up and see how he did. Top 6 look good at the moment. Riley Rousseau has the primary backup. Anyone gets injured or form, genuine match winner. No one should be like you, liking your own voice, call guests, banter, key for good podcast. Huh? I don't know what you are saying, bro. At all. Khalid, who is the best all rounders in our country? To me personally, and bro, are you telling me that I've sent out the links to other guys to come on the show, and if they either have load shedding or they're busy or they can't make it, they can't make it. And I do have a calling show after every game review. I'm actually, why am I even actually answering you? To be honest, I don't understand what you were trying to say. You can maybe I'll see your comment later. Who's the best all rounders in the country? I think Delano Potgieter is one to mention. Senator Mutasami is a spinning all-rounder. I think Bryce Parsons is getting there still as a spinning all-rounder, as an all-rounder spinner. Actually, he's more of a batter. I would put George Linder into the mix there as an all-rounder. I would say that um, the, Jason Smith is in that mix. Rwanda Swat is in that mix. Um, Kyle Simo is making a good name for himself currently as an all-rounder as well. Wayne Parnell, of course. Farisco Adams doesn't get enough credit. He's an excellent all-rounder, and I think he should get some chances in the future. And who else? Who else is there? Have I missed out? Said Delano. Michal Pretorius is another one. Dayan Halim is another one. Mapungwana is another one. Andile Samalani is another one. So there's a lot of ones that I've mentioned now. I'm not going to mention everybody's name. There's too many to go through. But yeah, there are quite a few all-rounders that need to have big seasons. Big seasons. Khalid, your thoughts on the public saying Temba Bavuma should come in for Klaasen? The disrespect he gets is ridiculous. I backed Klaasen for a long time and I was laughed at. But look now, the guy is class. I know you've been a big admirer of Klaasen. And yeah, I don't think right now would be fair if Klaasen gets dropped for Temba Bavuma. But I don't think we should be talking about this right now. Let's try to get behind the current team and get behind it as much as possible. But to answer your question, I don't agree with that statement, but I can understand why some of them are maybe looking at Klaasen because he's the latest one, kind of making a latest one that has come into the team and solidified his spot now recently. So and Aiden should be the other one as well, but the bowling option is people like that extra bowling option. So I see why they're saying Klaasen, but it wouldn't be a smart move because it's not a like for like replacement, and you're weakening that back end power hitting by taking Klaasen out and bringing Temba in. Temba is not he's a top order batter. He's more of an anchor. You don't want to use that word anymore, but more of a guy that puts his heels in and pushes forward. Hope Graham Smith remains associated with the league. Me too. Khalid, your thoughts about Aiden Markram's reverse sweeping in the first game? Now, his game against spin has been excellent. I think he's been amazing. And what I like about it is the fact that we posed that question to him. I posed that question to him many times off air too. I told him, your game against spin, what are you doing? He's like, I'm focused on it. I'm really trying to go for it. I'm really trying to learn how to play against spin. And he identified the problem and he sorted it out. And we saw it already coming in the IPL. That has been a very, very big defining moment in Aiden's career because I think that has really given him an advantage above other players. His play against spin, he's able to read the game against spin, has been excellent. And I really, really like that. So it's awesome that's the case. So I'm hoping that, I hope we can see more of that. Temba should not play white ball. Simple. So maybe simple for you. Khalid, looks like you had a heavy lunch today. Yeah, I did. When will CSA T20 League start? It will start in January. Well, AB, I've already answered the AB one. Saw some heated discussion on Twitter regarding dropping Yanaman Malan for Bavuma when he returns. I've seen that too. I saw that as well. Don't necessarily, yeah. Yanaman's been excellent in ODI cricket. We shouldn't sleep on that. Is Rwanda Swat a medium pacer? Medium to fast. He can bowl 140s. I think recently he's been bowling more 130, high 130s into 140s, but I think he can push further than that with more training. Stream in the dark greater than super sports. Hey, you're gonna get me banned, bro. The weeks don't work on charity. That's gross. Pavuma over Malan or the dog. Obviously, the former. Yeah. Also, haven't been following, but what is Rickerton and Resources domestic one day stats like? Let me pull it up for you guys. I think I did some research yesterday on it. It was a very strange. It was very strange though. Let me just bring up the one day cup 2021 22. It was a very strange one. What is going on here now? I don't think this is the right one. Let's check. No, this is the wrong one. CSA one day. Check. It was the inaugural one, so it should pop up. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna share this with you guys as well, so you can see it with me. Sorry, I went silent. I just had to wait for the bloody thing to load. Um, I don't want it with sound, please. Otherwise, I'm gonna get banned. Okay, cool. There we go. Let's put that on the screen for you guys. Take that away for now. Okay, so here's the one day stats for the season. And I know you may be asking for overall stats, but I'm just going to show you how the season went. So we've got Heinrich Klaassen here that topped the standings with 448 runs at an average of 64. So he's 200s, 050s in 8 matches, which I would have hoped that there was more 50s, of course. I'd like to see consistency going. So when guys have both, it's nice to see that. But yeah, Heinrich Klaassen is talented. We know that. Vian Lubbe, very hard done by, I think, 300s, no 50s though, but 300s out of 6. So good performances overall from him in this tournament. He played really well for the Warriors. Then you've got Tierney Brain over here, average 59, 200s as well in 7 matches. Steven van Zyl did one for Boland. We've got Neil Brunt over here with 336 runs, average of 84, 250s and 100. So he's putting his name in the hat as well as maybe a potential middle order batter for the future. I think Makanya was excellent this season. He averaged 59, 350s, no hundreds though, but 350s batting in the middle order. Pat van Bouillon did okay as well. Peter Malan did okay as well. Averaged, you can see a lot of averages above, like very high, because they never really actually played that many games as well. And when they scored a massive game and they are not out, it would boost their scores heavily. So they look a lot better actually than actually season went. Reza Hendricks is on this mark as well. You can see that 157 really boosted him, but he didn't average very high. He's averaging 38. JT Smuts is Rosier, and you can see you asking for the likes of Tony DeZorzi. Tony's always played 7 matches, 173 runs, average 28. He didn't do that well this season for Western Province in the One Day Cup. Janaman Malan also not necessarily. He did all right. 43. He only got 250s. So two out of 4 games, which is good. One of them a 93, of course. So there's Tony DeZorzi's name for you. Ryder So only averaged 34, 150 in 6 games. So he had a very terrible One Day Cup tournament this year. Geoffrey was sitting here too with an average of 42. So it's surprising that he wasn't also looked at again. Here's Wesley Marshall on the list as well. 3 games only played. Corbin Bosch, I forgot Corbin Bosch is an all-rounder. That's another guy that you must put into the mix. So yeah, those are some of the names, guys. Just going through all of them. Zondo, he's played 5 games. He averaged 57. He scored 250s. One was a 62 not out. So that was Kyle Zondo as well. Grant Rulofsson did all right. Not as well as we'd hoped. He's coming back from a major injury, so will take some time. So yeah, those are the scores of the One Day Cup for you guys. If you want to see that, I've showed you guys now the scores. That was the last One Day Cup that was played. So interesting to see that, of course. But yeah, Rickerton, I think I would like to see him in the mix as well at some point, of course. Um, I know that Twitter pundit is which Twitter pundit? Um, oh, Lubabalo. Yeah, Lubabalo is actually a friend of the channel. We've been enjoying the Twitter banter lately, to be honest. Yeah, the Twitter banter has been excellent. Um, People got blocked left, right, and center. The Twitter streets are filled with blood. Bro, I stay off Twitter. Twitter's hectic for me. Twitter's demoralizing for me. I mean, I've had terrible times on Twitter. I don't enjoy Twitter as much. Um, yeah, it's a very toxic environment, actually. I use it for business, of course. We need to put things on Twitter when we're promoting our shows, etc. But yeah, it can be quite toxic, eh? Yeah, you cannot drop Markram because he gives you the breakthrough when the team needed the most. He can bowl at least 5 overs. It says September as white ball captain and problem solved. They had colours at one point, but they let go of him, and England caught him. No, that's not what happened. It's not what happened at all. So, Boucher was very keen to get Colours involved within the setup, and he was involved within the setup, but it was a very short stint, and he was barely there. To be honest, from my obviously from what I saw when I was there was periods where he had to leave, and he wasn't part of the team, and then he came back, and then he was part of the Nets, and so he didn't really commit to South Africa as much. But then he went as a consultant to England out of his own choice. I think if South Africa had a choice, they would have pointed Colours, but I think maybe the money was too much. I don't know what the case is. I've never spoken to Colours. Only interviewed Colours once in my life. So and that was when he took over for the Global T20 League, when he took over the Knights team, I think it was, and I interviewed him at Newlands. But I've never spoken to him since. I would actually like to get an interview with Colours. So it would be awesome to talk to him. I thought load shedding was suspended. Um, yeah, perhaps. I don't know if it's suspended in Joburg, though. A lot of the guys are not from Cape Town that are on the show. Actually, none of them are. Werner's not, and obviously Aditya isn't. Obviously, Abai isn't. Lubabalu's not from here. So I don't have any other fellow Cape Townians that come on the show with me, actually, to talk cricket. Um, Perhaps I should get more involved. Um, Hey Khalid, you are doing a great job. Just ignore the haters. Thanks a lot. I'm trying my best to give you as um uh yeah, I'm trying my best to do as much as I can with the resources that we have available. You know that this company is 100% bootstrapped, and I'm obviously trying to do as much as I can and trying to create. I'm fighting against the world, actually, because cricket is a dying sport within South Africa currently. I'm going to be honest. Um, the One Day Cup final, which had the two best teams in the country, the Lions and the Titans, take on each other. COVID was over. They opened up. They opened up. They dropped the restrictions and they allowed people to come back into the stadium. And then, less than 2,000 people went to the game, and that was less than the 50% maximum that was allowed in. I think the Wanderers and Pretoria both get about 15,000, 20,000 people. I think around there. Generally, I've heard numbers around 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 when I went to games. So for them to only get below 2,000 in the stadium was shocking, which is unfortunate. I don't like that. Deva Priya was top all-rounder. Yes, he's becoming a top all-rounder as well. Dwan Janssen, flip, how can I forget about him too? Yes. Dwan Janssen is very good. In fact, when I watched him at Kyle Majola week, I, I thought that one would tip Marco actually in the SA Schools team, but he got injured, unfortunately. So that was, yeah, yeah. It was a bit of a problem. It was tongue in cheek. Oh, sorry, bro, that I didn't get the joke. So hard to convey, Tone. Sorry, I'm so sorry that I didn't get the joke, bro. I apologize. I'm a little bit, yeah. sensitive, you could say. Some people say I'm a bit sensitive and emotional. Do you think Michael Joseph? Thank you for coming on the show. He's been leaving a lot of you guys have been leaving awesome comments on videos. Please continue doing so. I'm going to try to respond to as much as possible. Or do you think the SWAT is ready for international cricket? He has the highest list A batting average, and his bowling average is also pretty good. The only problem with the SWAT was that he played semi-pro cricket and never played. He got the Titans contract and he never got the opportunity. I was so upset. I was so happy. You know what? I'm going to bring Ruanda Swat on the show. Let me get him on the show and let's discuss. Let's talk about his career. I'm going to do that. That's a better option. Then we can all ask him the questions that you want to ask him. I prefer to do that. Guys, also let me know who you want me to interview. Guys, I've interviewed almost everybody in South African cricket, so please try and help me come up with new, fresh ideas as well. Because then I think about it, I'm like, who should I interview next? And I'm trying to make it always new. And I'm scared that I'm repeating things too much, maybe, and bringing the same guys on the show too many times. So please put them in the description below who you'd like me to interview. Drop me tag them on Twitter, tag me on Twitter, and say you would like me to interview them, and I'll get in touch with them. It shouldn't be too hard for me to do so. So if there's any domestic cricketers that you're interested in me getting on the show and you guys want to have a live show with them and ask them questions, drop them in the live chat, please. Become patrons, DM us directly, all of those type of things. Markram is the best white ball player right now. Ooh, tough, tight one. I would say Rassi's our best batter. Overall, maybe as a holistic player, you could say so, maybe, perhaps, but I think he needs to really improve his consistency within the ODI game. I'm a big fan of Markram. Everybody knows that. The whole flipping country, I think, knows that from within the cricket sphere. I think Rassi sweeping looks like an artist, whereas Markram looks like a butcher. Both might be effective, but Rassi's improved his spin as well. Rassi's improved his attacking approach, guys. He's spoken about in conferences before that he's going to improve that style of cricket, and he's going to try and give what the manager thinking football, what the coach has asked him to do. And so far so good. I saw a lot of signs of intent in the warm-up games as well as in this game, trying to come out positively, running between the wickets hard, all of those type of things, bringing out the reverse sweeps, all of those things. The Rassi, key. Upon reflection, I think we may see Pretorius come in for Ndile. I think so too. I think we need to a left arm pace to complete our attack. Is Parnell in the team, Khalid? He's not, unfortunately, in the ODI squad, but he is in the T20 squad. Let me put the squad on up for you guys again to have a look for the guys that missed it. So the batters are here. Marco Janssen, Andile Pekelwa, and Dwayne Pretorius are all-rounders. Spinners Keshaf and Debrey Shamsi, and then Lungi Giri and Nokia and Lazard Williams. So if Andile falls out, it's Dwayne Pretorius, Marco, or Lazard that comes in, I guess. I don't see them going for an extra batter, of course. Going to the clock, Yanaman, Riza, Aiden, Rassi, and there's not necessarily anybody that is that provides that attacking mentality, of course. Let me drop that. With the bat I'm talking about, guys. Sorry, if you were confused. Oh, doing all of this on myself. I need a producer one day, guys. One day, everything will come into place. One day, God willing. Bring Rassi, man. Cricket fan. Oops. Where am I? I've lost. I've lost you. I'm getting to all the comments as many as I can today, guys. It's because nobody joined me today. So I think it's much better if I make it interactive with you guys. Was Rassi also a swimmer while growing? His shoulders are like an Olympic swimmer. I'm actually not sure. I never asked him that question. I've never asked him what other sports he did. Interesting. Like to see Roman Powell, Hayden Walsh Jr., and Stokes in the league. And Walsh, he doesn't. West Indies 11 that. I don't know what's going on there. I want to see Dinesh Karthik play in the CSA T20 League. Any news on international stars signing for the league? I haven't heard any murmurs yet. As soon as I hear anything, I will let you guys know. I hope I get some inside info before it gets released. That would be great. But I'll let you guys know immediately when I hear. Marco Janssen seems to be a good red ball bowler, but has not done well in white ball cricket. He was all over the place in the IPL. You see, I think there's a lot of emphasis, sorry, on there's a lot of emphasis on variations when it comes to white ball cricket recently, especially because of the T20 game. Now, I think that for some bowlers, it might be a little bit of a hindrance because they're learning variations before they actually perfect their stock delivery, which I think is the most dangerous delivery, actually. I think the stock delivery that ties up the opposition batter is a lot more dangerous because it sets up your wicket delivery. So I think they need to work on that, particularly in the ODI arena. You see, Marco's been switching from formats left, right, and center without any breaks in between. It's been I don't know how he's coping with it mentally, to be honest, because he's they mixing it up when it comes to Test cricket. Then it's T20, then it's ODI, and they're expecting him to be consistent on a regular basis. He's gonna have his dips, and he's a young boy that's still learning his craft. So yeah, we need to be a little bit patient with him. I do think that he doesn't have that consistency quite yet to say, you know what, I'm the main guy here. It will get there, and I think with good resting between as well, it will help. And also working with coaches away from the Proteas setup and getting some fresh new ideas and Sundays we can focus on specific details is important too. Which is only after the world. What was that? I hope they don't bring Kieran Pollard for the CSA T20. I'm tired of that guy. BVM must start working on his bowling, especially in T20. Khalid, what do you think? Who's who's BVM? Please tell me. Please tell me who that is. Um, I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about. I'm an idiot. This is laughing at me now. Uh, um, yeah. Are you talking about Babu? Is it Babuba? No ways. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of Babuba in the bowling department. Like he can maybe do 1 or 2 overs, but to become an all rounder, I think it's too late for him in his career to do so. If you're talking about Bavuma, um, sure what you're talking about. Makanya was robbed of selection for the SIS. I agree. Any chance for Faf to make it? Guys, watch that space. I think this is a way of getting Faf back into the T20 setup immediately. I think that automatically that's going to be one of the first guys they're going to try and get. I can't see them not. It will be idiotic for them not to get Faf. That should be one of Graham's main priorities, I think, actually. Um, uh, I'd rather settle for Curtis Camphor than an overrated West Indian. Thanks for putting it up, Khalid. Appreciate it. Markram does have a higher ceiling than Muller and Rassi in the long run. Tell me I am wrong. Well, of course, because he's younger. So, of course, yeah. Long run, though, depends. Adding bowling into your mix, I think, actually lowers your life expectancy within cricket. I don't know if that's the right word for it. Um, that might, at least it's spin, so that might maybe prolong it. But good within modern day society, how fit he is, he's a big lad. He could outlast him. But Rassi and David are exceptional athletes, exceptionally fit athletes and professionals. So if you can take some out of their book actually to help him play longer, then by all means, yes. Muller has the best selling in the world, I should say. Quinton 100 incoming. I think so too. He needs it. Agree or disagree? Then again, I am the Markram fan. I agree with you, actually. I think it's possible. We'll have to wait and see. Probably watching yesterday's live and prepping himself for that. Remember, guys, when we asked that question, is Quinton de Kock droppable? In the next game, he smacked the ball all over parts. It's almost like you watched the stream, which I doubt. Michael Pretorius will show the selectors that he can do it in the T20 league. Batting. Michael has to improve his batting. Yes, everything he's asked to be able to be a good batter as well. And I think he needs to focus on that. World cricket without South Africa is not world cricket. Cricket Fanatic magazine merchandise will come very, very soon. Guys, get me to 5,000 subscribers and we'll start doing things that will help a lot more. Low attendance equals poor marketing. Of course, we need to market the crap out of this league. I'm going to try and market the crap out of the league with what I have. Marco and Dwayne will surpass Morkel and War and Hussies. Interesting. Oh, you're talking about Marco and Dwan, not Dwayne. Or you're talking about Marco and Dwayne Pretorius. Marco and Dwan would make more sense. But okay, you can answer that. Bring Rashi to the show. I'm gonna try and good idea. I haven't interviewed Rashi yet on this show. I've done a personal interview at the CSA Awards. Never got an opportunity. Man, I watched your podcast religiously. Keep up the good work. Thanks a lot, Amit. Please interview Baby AB. We've interviewed him twice already, or 3 times on the channel already, I think. Yeah, 3 times already. So I think I don't want to make it too tiring. I'll get him again before maybe his major next tournament. Dale Steyn or Vernie Philander for next interview. Oh, Dale Steyn, I've tried Dale Steyn, guys. And Dale Steyn, look here, tell you a quick story. Dale Steyn knows us. He can't tell me that he doesn't know who we are. One day I was walking across the field at the MSL and he shouted Cricket Fanatics from the other side. So he knows who we are. I have messaged him to ask him for an interview, but he's blue ticked me. So unfortunately, maybe he doesn't like me. Or maybe he's just busy. And also, he's contracted to so many different people. It's tough to get him. Let me try Vernie Philander as well. Let me see what I can do there. I'll try and message them and ask them. You never know. You never know until you try. So let me try again. Hi Khalid, I'm not on Twitter. How can I speak to you directly? So if you become a Patreon, with Cricket Fanatics magazine, so here's how to become a Patreon. Then you get direct access to our WhatsApp group for our patrons, where all our patrons can get an opportunity to talk to me directly. So becoming a patron gives you access to being able to talk to me. You can try and drop me DMs on Instagram and wherever, but guys, I'm not good with DMs. I don't necessarily talk a lot on Instagram and on social media a lot. I actually try to stay away from my phone as much as possible, to be fair, when I'm not working, because the amount of groups and cricket stuff and news and people contacting me about articles and stuff is all the time on my WhatsApp. So I kind of get drowned with it, and then I try to stay away from it. So I don't really dive into social media as much. If I see something funny, I react to it on Instagram, but that's about it. But you can try on Instagram, but I can't guarantee that I'll be able to contact you regularly there. But become a patron and you'll get access to our WhatsApp group, which is exclusive for our patrons. Interview Jeffrey Tiano. You know what, when I did the On Lockdown series, I don't know if you guys remember, we did the On Lockdown series. When COVID hit, I started the On Lockdown series, and people seemed shocked by it because I did 50 episodes, one every single day, for 50 episodes, an interview for an hour every single day with people in lockdown, trying to figure out what they're doing, what their regimes are. There's a whole series, 50 episodes, guys. And one of them was supposed to be Jeffrey Toyana, and we got on live, and he was, at the time, he was back home, visiting, I think he was visiting family, and the signal wasn't that great. And it kept cutting, and then we tried to reschedule, and it happened again and again, and then we just canceled it. So I will try again. But as far as I know, I think Lubabalu is actually interviewing Jeffrey Toyana for the latest issue of the magazine, which is interesting. Where's Timo Khalid? Not sure. Not sure where Timo Werner is tonight. Khalid, do you think Ronaldo will leave Man United for Bayern? I don't think he'll leave for Bayern. He could possibly leave, though, and I'm sad about that. You guys are going to have to console me when that happens. I'm pretty sure if you guys follow me on social media, you would have seen what a big fan of Ronaldo I am and what a major impact he's made in my life as a Man United fan. The fact that also that we born on the same day made me even love him even more. We share the same birthday as well. So it made me even bigger of a fan of Ronaldo. So if he leaves, it's going to break my heart again, because he broke my heart the first time. It's like I'm a sucker for Ronaldo. Constantly get broken hearted like an ex that you let go away, maybe. So yeah, BVM is Bavuma. Okay, cool. Thank you for clearing that up. Yeah, I don't like that idea of him bowling, to be honest. Hope Faf does not go to the BBL. Hope so too, guys. What are we gonna do with that? What are we gonna do with that? To be honest, the T20 side doesn't need Faf with Riley coming back. Yeah, yeah. At the moment, I don't think that the I had a craze for Faf, but now that Riley's back, I think it's okay. I don't think we need Faf right now, but it would be nice to have him within the league. It would be awesome. Cool. What Marco Janssen played other sports as a child? I think he played rugby as a child. He played rugby as well. Brother Holly, you are the voice of South African cricket fans. Like me, I hope your channel grows a lot and you deserve so many more subscribers. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you so much, Michael. I'm not the. I wouldn't say I'm the voice of South African cricket fans, guys. You guys are the voice of South African cricket. I just try to bring you guys. I'm just trying to build a community where you guys can freely express yourselves, because I saw within the journalistic community in the time, actually where I was working at, actually the dislike for fan opinion. Um, I got made fun of about it, and when I tried to create an idea with regards to fan cams, etc., I got shut down. At first, I had to force the move to try and do that. Actually, I had to go and speak to the sales team myself, actually, to get them on board so that we could start doing fan cams. I had to fake it to make it at first to show the product and then try and get people invested before I got the chance to be able to do fan content. And I didn't like that. I didn't like the disrespect fans get when us as fans are what keep this game alive. Without us, cricket dies. So I wanted to start something that's my own from scratch with zero income, guys. Like literally, we're not getting anything from this other than the YouTube, little bit of YouTube revenue here and there. This is 100% self-run. If you see me on the streets in a couple of months, and you know that it didn't work out. But yeah, we're trying our best to give you guys a platform to make you guys the voice of South African cricket. So, but thank you for the compliment. I really appreciate the support, Michael. You always giving me great compliments. Thank you so much. Hotstar will provide global reach. CSA lucky to have partnership with Star. I hope they do. If they can provide that and we can get that links, we need to. If we can get a deal with Hotstar to be able to get like a cool. Wait, you got Chetan, you just gave me a flippin' idea, which I'm not gonna put on stream here in front of everybody because they're gonna steal it. So I'm gonna try and do that idea off air. Why does South Africa not have tour England every 4 years now? This time they are touring after 6 years. Yeah, it sucks. I hope that they do it every 2 years or every year. Because every time I can have a chance to go to England. I've always wanted to go to England. He wants to survive Bundesliga. The German style of football doesn't suit his game. Yeah, but not only that though, Dex. I think he doesn't fit maybe what is expected of a striker. You could say in this modern day age. I think that Bayern Munich is obviously looking for a certain type of striker with a certain type of attributes. Obviously, closing down, all of those type of things, and he doesn't fit the profile. That's what I've heard, at least from Oliver Kahn. Said that in his release and press conference that he had when they spoke about Ronaldo. So I don't think Bayern's in. I don't. Chelsea's Tuchel also said no. I think everybody's saying no. I mean, they're so desperate. They're so desperate to get Ronaldo out. His agent. They even went to Atletico Madrid, which would be a disgrace if he does that. To be honest, I'll lose some respect for him if he does that. It's like going to City for us. Um, I wish you could be put in. I wish you could be in India. You put so much hard work. You would have 100K till now and could have earned more. You know what? I've decided. I know was it to an to an extent. I've actually chosen this route because I want to improve South African cricket. And if I go the India route, we're gonna get. You guys know how many trolls there are out there, so they can completely destroy the experience for you guys when it comes to South African cricket content. Guys, eventually I will franchise this, and we will have an India branch of Australia, England, US, all the branches. We will have franchised this company into more facets. You'll have different channels giving you different opinions, and your main channel probably that brings everything together as well. But I've tried to make this a South African Central and make sure that this is South African Central and to build it from this base and then explore others, because the others are easier. To go to England, Australia, India is easier to do a channel for that because of the amount of people that are on YouTube. Remember also what I'm fighting against is also the poverty in South Africa, because the amount of people that actually have access to YouTube, data costs are expensive if they don't have Wi-Fi. So for them to be able to watch my shows, etc., they're gonna need some money. They're gonna need some data. That's why if I can down the line create some sort of way for people to stream for cheaper or something that I can do in the future, then I'm going to try my best to make cricket more accessible to South Africans, because currently it's not. And the South African market is the hardest market because our support is split into three different sports: football, rugby, and cricket. So for me to create a channel in cricket alone with South Africa, it's going to be very hard, and that's why I chose this route first. I believe that the obstacle is the way. So if I go through this obstacle and I make this a success as a South African cricket channel, then the blueprint is set for the other channels that I want to do for other countries. So eventually it will expand, God willing, inshallah, God willing. Then from there I will move forward. But let's see what happens. Pratik, great work, Khalid. I hope you grow and keep South African cricket alive. Thanks a lot for everybody that has tuned in. Smash that like button. I think South Africa will win the game again. I would like to see us chase, though. Would be interesting to see. Us chase a big score, see if we have it in our locker. But let's see. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to smash the like button. Remember to tune into the game on Friday. It will start at 2 p.m. South African Standard Time, and we'll have a review directly after the game. So let's see. You are very passionate and speak heart out. You just favor Bavuma. I know he's a great leader. No, I don't really favor Bavuma. Actually, in fact, Bavuma's not actually one of my favorite players either. You see, maybe people don't know the background of it. You see, there was a period of time where Bavuma was just getting completely slaughtered on social media, left, right, and center for no apparent reason. Just like people were going on his case. Then he wasn't a white ball cricketer. Then he was a red ball cricketer only. Then he was a white ball cricketer only, not a red ball cricketer. Then he was a T20 cricketer, not an ODI cricketer. Then he was ODI cricketer, not a T20 cricketer. And he constantly was getting called names. Guys, it was, if you look on Facebook, oh my God, the amount of criticism, not criticism, negativity thrown his way from a cruel way, dehumanizing way, actually. And that's what I defended, because I'm like, there's one thing criticizing a player because you're not good enough or not playing well. But then there's another way of you criticizing someone and being demeaning and destroying that person's self-esteem and belief in himself. And trust me, Temba sees the stuff. And he sees the comments made about him. And then when it's not cricket related, that's when I get upset and passionate, because I don't like that type of bullying, because it becomes bullying at the end of the day. I don't mind criticism. I've told many people on the channel before, criticize all you want, as much as you want. I don't care if you criticize a player and say you don't like a player. But and he was getting racial comments and to get rude and racial comments, and that's where I draw the line, and that's when I get upset, and then I start defending. And that's what actually happened, Jatin. So yeah, I defend him only when it makes sense to defend him. When I think it makes sense, at least. And at the end of the day, it's my opinion. But I'm not like a guy that favors Bavuma. I believe that there are players that can come in and replace him when they build more consistency. Because for me, there are a lot of players that have put up their hand, but you remember that our new division and our new domestic structure is only 1 year in. We haven't even gotten to the relegation phases of this tournament. It's only happening this year. So we need to have some time to just let our players breathe, get used to the new system, and to put up the runs again and create consistency. Khalid, I'm very honest. You deserve 100K subscribers. At least you put crazy hard work. Thanks you so much, Ravi Kumar, for that. I wish I could get 100K subscribers. That would be awesome. And then I get a black block that I can put on the back. That would be awesome. So help me get there, guys. Please share and subscribe. But thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to do all the things that I've asked you to do. Also, subscribe to Cricket Fanatics Magazine monthly, guys. You guys see what I do on YouTube. And I put in a lot of hard work, yes, on YouTube, yes, of course. And when the cricket season starts, we put in even more work, because you'll see a lot of other things happening, interviews, etc., that I'll try to get. But this monthly magazine, without fail, for 2 years, we've put out a magazine every single month, digital magazine. It's designed by me, with regards to the covers and everything is designed by me, edited by me. You'll see a couple of articles sometimes in by me, but we have loads of writers that contribute to this mag every single month, and it's 100% free, no cost involved. All we need is your email address, literally. So that's where we put majority of our hard work in. That stresses me out, guys. So if you see me towards the end of the month and I look drained and my eyes are dark and I'm maybe tired and I'm making mistakes, it's because it's been a hard month putting the articles together for the mag. Because there are sometimes difficult to get writers to stick to deadlines. It's been like that since the beginning of time. So I know that. And obviously the whole magazine's put together for free. I don't pay anybody to do the articles. That people are writing out of their own and out of their own free will. They want to do so and they want to contribute. So I'm very grateful for everybody that's been a part of this team, because I'm not paying them salaries either. They're doing this purely out of the love of this game and the love for this platform. So thank you to everybody that's involved. But please support us by subscribing. In fact, we got 8 subscribers sitting here now as we speak. I don't know if it's one of you guys, maybe, or some of you guys that subscribe, but we got 8 subscribers as we speak sitting down here. So it's very important. We've hit the 2,000 mark with subscribers on there. We're trying to build that and grow that, because that's also a major opportunity for money making for us as well, guys, down the line. And once we start making money, guys, then we are for a way. Things are going to take off drastically very quickly. Things can change like that. So please help us out by becoming that, and also becoming a patron today. Smash the like button too, and leave comments in the comment section after the video has gone live. To all you guys out there, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to do all of those things that I've asked you to, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another daily show. I'm looking forward to it. Stay safe. Have a nice rest as well tonight, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care. Peace.